Hey guys, today I want to talk about a laptop that I just got. This is the Dell Latitude 7400 2-in-1, and this isn't a recent laptop or anything. This laptop actually came out 2 years ago, and I just decided to get it online refurbished because I got it for a really cheap price. I got it for about 600 bucks, which is, really good deal considering that when this laptop came out, it was near like $2,000. And I guess I just got it to compare it to my HP Dragonfly Elite, which I've been using for about a year now. And I want to find out how it compares, which one's better, etc. So this is the Dell Latitude 7400 2-in-1. It is a convertible laptop. It is a business laptop, which makes it a pretty direct comparison to my Dragonfly Elite because that is an Elite book, right? So first of all, you might be wondering, why does the laptop, have this nice cover on it, this nice skin? Well, this skin is one by Dell, and I'll put that link in the description below. But basically, Dell makes a bunch of really cool looking skins, in my opinion, kind of like wallpapers almost, but they put on your laptop, and there's a really cool ones actually on there. They're not as well known as dbrand, and in my opinion, I like them better than dbrand because dbrand actually overcharges a lot for their skins. Like, they're really expensive, and they don't even offer you that many options anyways. But Dell downside is they don't really have too many skins for the more recent phones and laptops. But I mean, for the Dell Latitude, I found one. This one, they do offer it for some Alienwares, Razer Blades, some MacBooks or Surface books and stuff like that. They might have it. I think I got the same skin on my X1 Yoga way back in the day, and on my Pixel book, which I did a review on last year as well. So they do have some for those kind of machines, but I don't think they have any for the recent machines, which were like dbrand, and some of those other ones might be the only place to go to. I also got one for my Pixel 4. So this is one of the skins that Dell makes for the Pixel 4, which I think is pretty nice as well. And I already got one for my old Lenovo ThinkPads and stuff like that. They do have ones for some of the newer ThinkPads, like the X1 Nanos, some of the newer X1 Carbons. I think they'll have some for those, and the X1 Yogas. But yeah, it's the Dell Latitude 7400 2-in-1. I just got this because it's cheap, right? I got it online. I just really want to see how it compares to my HP Elite book. So the specs of this laptop pretty much the same as my Dragonfly Elite. So this is running Core i5-8265U, so the 8th gen processor. Keep in mind this laptop came out in 2019. 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gig SSD, and this is a full HD IPS display. I mean, I'm not expecting 4K OLED or anything like that for this price, and it is a semi-glossy finish, as you can see. I would prefer a matte finish. I mean, this is a business laptop after all, but anyways, can you do, since it is a business laptop, it is military certified 810G, and it's very, very sturdy. Of course, with most business laptops like ThinkPads, Latitudes, and Elite books, you expect this level of build quality, right? This is really, really solid. And that's why business laptops are so expensive. Everyone always asks, oh, why Elite books, ThinkPads, Latitudes, why are they so expensive when you can get like a gaming laptop for the same price? Well, it's not about the specs necessarily. It's about the warranty, the extended warranty. Usually business laptops come with like a 3-year warranty standard. It's about the durability, right? So it's about the security and all that other stuff, right? So it's not necessarily just about the specs. Yeah, you can get a gaming laptop with a 2070 in it for that price, but it's not just about the specs with gaming laptops. So yeah, since this is a convertible, right, it actually folds 360 degrees all the way back, right, into tablet mode, which is kind of what I want because I do want to have a 2-in-1 just for watching movies and stuff like that, right? So, I'm used to having HP Spectres, maybe XPS 2-in-1. But for me, I went up to the Latitude because I wanted to have something more durable. And I've always actually gone for business laptops ever since I got my first business laptop, which was the Dell Latitude E4200 back in 2008, which actually lasted for a very long time. And I've just been picking up refurbished laptops online since then, since they're just generally a good deal. Like, you can pick up business laptops for like 40-50% off online. When a company cycles its business laptops, they'll sell it for cheaper online, and then you basically get a huge, massive discount on these machines, and they usually come with extended warranties and good build quality that lasts for a long time. So that's why I always usually pick up business laptops. For this one, I mean, Dell Latitude, Dell put the webcam in the top bezel here. So yeah, this is actually pretty nice because I remember when Dell used to put their webcams down here, right? And then you get that kind of up the nose shot, which most people don't like. But in this one, they put it back up there and just to miniaturize the webcam. So that's pretty nice. And of course, webcams are pretty necessary these days, remote working and everything. So I think the hinge is pretty sturdy, right? This is, right, a business laptop, so they should have a sturdy hinge like this. It should be at least as good as the EliteBook X360s and the ThinkPad X1 Yogas, which is their direct competitors. Pretty solid, actually. If you care about this, you can actually lift up this laptop with one finger up to here. So that's pretty nice, actually, if you care about that. I know some people care about that. I don't really care about that, but anyways, you can do that. Touchpad's okay. It's decently sized touchpad. Again, I like how there's no flex whatsoever on the palm rest. Just very, very solid. All right, other features comes with a fingerprint sensor right there. That's what you expect for a business laptop. The keyboard. Okay, let's talk about the keyboard. This is a very, very nice keyboard. I mean, I would consider this to be pretty equivalent to the ThinkPad keyboard, which is, you know, ThinkPads are pretty much renowned for the amount of travel and the feel of their keys, right? So yeah, if you look up reviews of this laptop, the Dell Latitude 7400 2-in-1, they pretty much knocked it out of the park with this keyboard. It's really nice, spacey, it's roomy, a lot of travel on the keys, just very nice to hit. Very tactile, and they have the inverted T, which I really like. The HP doesn't have that, right? The HP has the fat up and down arrow keys, so I prefer the inverted key like they have on here. So just very, very solid keyboard. I really like tapping on it, and there's a lot of travel, a lot of space. Just all around great keyboard. The speakers, that's the one disappointing thing about this. If you're buying a business laptop, don't expect to get good speakers with it. Speakers are down at the bottom here because it is a 2-in-1. Just don't expect to get anything good out of it. Yeah, so the speakers are definitely not one of the strong points of this laptop. I mean, yeah, but you wouldn't be buying a business laptop for the speakers anyways. But they're nothing to write home about. Even my Dragonfly Elite has a better speaker than this, and I would say it's pretty comparable to some ThinkPads, and you know how bad ThinkPad speakers are. Okay, so that's pretty much it. As for weight, it's about 3 pounds, which is what you would expect for an ultra portable kind of machine, right? 3 pounds is pretty much, you know, same as the MacBook Pros and everything, and the X1 Carbon, so that's pretty standard, pretty portable. Battery life, you get about 15 hours of battery life on this. You know, assuming you bought it new. This is a refurbished one, so I'm not going to get as much. But yeah, brand new, you get 15 hours of battery life if it doesn't have any cycles on them. That's pretty good. Really good for business travelers. That's, you know, obviously almost 2 days of work. Then for ports, you have a really good generous array of ports here. So left hand side here, you get a pretty generous array of ports on this laptop actually. You get 2 Thunderbolt ports. You can use this one for charging, and then you get an HDMI 1.4 port. It's not HDMI 2.0 unfortunately, but you know, this laptop did come out 2 years ago. If a laptop came out now with 1.4, that would be kind of be unacceptable. Then you got a USB-A port right here, 3.1 I believe. Then you got a smart card reader for those of you who use smart cards. I don't, but it's pretty useful for business travelers, I guess. So on the right hand side, you get a headphone jack, micro SD card slot. This is an optional SIM card slot because this actually has a WLAN modem, should you choose to get that feature. I don't think this one has it, but you know, it's a nice option to have if you don't want to tether your phone and waste your phone's battery life. You have an optional SIM card, but then you have to buy an extra SIM card for this, right? And then another USB-A port here. So that's actually a pretty generous array of ports. That's like 7 ports, which is enough for most people, right? That's pretty good for most people. That's what you would get. Actually, maybe better than some of the ThinkPads actually out there. So that's a pretty generous array of ports here. All right, so the main comparison is my HP Dragonfly Elite, which I have right here. So you can see size-wise, the Latitude 7400 2-in-1 is just a smidge wider. Let me see here, just a smidge wider. Otherwise, they're almost the same dimensions. Yeah, so size-wise, they're both pretty similar. They're both really portable. Yeah, the Latitude 7400 2-in-1 is ever so slightly wider, but otherwise they're roughly the same dimensions, I would say. They're both really portable laptops. As for weight, the Dragonfly Elite is about 2.5-ish pounds, so it's definitely one of the lightest laptops that I've ever had. I think only the Vio SX12 would be lighter. So yeah, this is a really light business notebook. I think the new X1 Nano would actually be just as light, but then you're losing out on a lot of the ports and stuff. So yeah, this is definitely lighter. This one is 3 pounds. Like I said, that's pretty average for what you get these days with an Ultrabook. 3 pounds is pretty good. I mean, it's pretty light still. Not as light as the Dragonfly Elite. So yeah. And then they're both 2-in-1, right? They both flip over 360 degrees. So I can flip both of these over. Yeah, so they're both 360 degree convertibles, right? So they can both flip into stand mode, tent mode, whatever you want to call it, then fold down into tablet mode. I would say the displays are fairly similar. They're both 1080p IPS displays. The Dell Latitude has a webcam up here, and the HP has a privacy shutter webcam. Yeah, so the Latitude doesn't have that, so if you care about that privacy feature, then the HP might be better. The HP has a smaller display, of course. This is a 13.3 inch, and the Dell Latitude is a 14 inch. But despite the fact that the Dell is a 14 inch, as you can see, like, it's only ever so slightly wider. So yeah, you're getting a bigger display, but it's not like too much wider than the HP. So it's fairly similar, I guess. Yeah, 14 inch display, 13.3 inch. And the Latitude is like ever so slightly wider because of that. But I would say for 14 inch, this is still pretty impressive size. The build quality is pretty similar. I mean, they're both military standard A10G certified. The Dell Latitude is heavier. It's, 3 pounds. It weighs 0.5 pounds more. The reason is because it uses an aluminum finish. So yeah, everything is in aluminum, which actually, makes it look more premium and feel more premium, but it also adds to the weight. Whereas with the HP, I think this is some kind of magnesium carbon alloy thing. So it's super, super light. So it's, 0.5 pounds lighter, only 2.5 pounds. So it's definitely lighter, but I also feel like it's not as premium feeling as the Dell Latitude maybe. I mean, I know this is still really good build quality. Like, I can't detect any flex on this palm rest or really anywhere on the computer. It's still pretty solid. It just, because of this material, the aluminum material definitely feels nicer. So, I mean, it's a trade-off, right? With the Dell Latitude, it feels more premium, but it's also heavier. The HP EliteBook or Dragonfly Elite, it doesn't feel as premium, but it's lighter, right? Same build quality though. Still, they're both really durable computers, both really durable laptops. They're both business laptops. So yeah. For the touchpad, I think the HP Dragonfly actually has a larger trackpad. I think they both use Windows Precision drivers, so it really doesn't matter. They're both pretty good. Not too much of a difference, not big of a deal there, I think, in my opinion. They both have fingerprint readers, right? Both fingerprint sensors, just in different places. HP is down here, and Dell's to the side. The keyboards on both of them are really good. I mean, I don't have anything to complain about with both these keyboards, except that the HP uses these fat up and down arrow keys, and the Dell Latitude uses the inverted T, which I prefer. So yeah, keyboards, both of these are really good. If I had to pick one, I would say the Latitude, because I like the arrow keys a little bit more and the more spacier and roomier I feel. The keys are probably also a little bit more springier, like springier on the Latitude, I think. So yeah, definitely feels a little bit more springier. Okay, a little bit more feedback on the Dell. But they're both good keyboards. The Dragonfly Elite also has a really snappy keyboard too, right? So it's pretty close between two. I would just say the Latitude by a hair. And speakers wise, like I said, Dragonfly Elite, the Bang & Olufsen speakers, this one has Waves Max Audio. I don't care too much about those brand names, but from my experience, the HP does feel a little bit, it gives you more, feels like it's spacier, there's more bass. More depth compared to the Latitudes. With Latitude, just feels like it's a standard tinny, kind of weak laptop speaker that you would think you would get on ThinkPads as well. So yeah, the ThinkPads and the Latitudes have never really had good speakers. HP has been improving on that, so I feel like the HP speakers are at least passable, right? So the Dragonfly Elite's actually not too bad, especially for the size and the weight. The Latitude speakers definitely feel like more of a traditional laptop speaker, like very tinny, canny, doesn't give you as much def, not much bass, pretty much non-existent bass actually. So yeah, that's what I felt like with the Latitudes. They're not very good speakers. These ones, at least I felt like there's some depth, some space there. Of course, if you're going to use these laptops for business, for work, then the speakers don't matter too much. But if you're going to use it for, you know, watching media, watching YouTube or something like that, some videos, some media consumption, then the HP Dragonfly Elite would be a little bit better because of the speakers. Another thing I have to mention is the ports. So like I said, the Dell Latitude 7400 2-in-1 has a really great selection of ports. There's like 7 ports here. So the Dragonfly Elite actually comes pretty close. I mean, it has a full-size HDMI port. I believe this is HDMI 2.0 actually, which is actually pretty nice. That's a nice upgrade over the Latitudes 1.4. But anyways, full-size HDMI, headphone jack, 2 Thunderbolts, just like the Latitude. And then on this side here has one USB-A port. And that's pretty much it. So it's lacking a few ports. I mean, if you really care about micro SD, then don't get the Dragonfly Elite, because only the Latitude has a micro SD slot. And if you want an extra USB-A port, then only the Latitude has that. So the Latitude has an extra USB-A port and micro SD card slot. So if you care about that, I mean, the Dragonfly also has the SIM card slot, I believe, here as well. It does not have a smart card reader. If you care about the smart card reader, then the Latitude is the only way to go as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. It really depends what you're looking for. I think both of these laptops, I got this one for $1,000 last year, and I got this one for $600 this year, right? So there's a price difference between the two. I think even if you look online right now, the HP Dragonfly Elite is going to be a little bit more expensive. And it's really mainly because of the weight. The weight is the main selling point of this laptop. Like at 2.5 pounds, the only lighter business laptops you can find are the Japanese ones, right? The Fujitsus and the Vios, which are going to be more expensive usually, right? So yeah, that's when you're talking about light business laptops. Yeah, the HP Dragonfly Elite is pretty much the most affordable one actually that you can find online right now. It's very well rounded. But yeah, I would say if you want to watch media, if you care about the weight a lot, then the HP Dragonfly Elite is probably the way to go. It's better speakers. I think it's better for media. Very light and portable. But otherwise, if you're looking to do like, I think this one wins out as the slightly more business-friendly laptop of the two, right? So if you're looking for just business, just work, then the Latitude with this premium feeling, like aluminum kind of chassis. It's got a bigger display, 14 inches. It's got a spacier keyboard that has a little bit more feedback, and it has more ports. But if you're going to use it for consuming media content or anything else, then the HP Dragonfly Elite would be better. So it really depends on what you're looking for, right? Just for work, then the Latitude 2-in-1. For work and play, then the Dragonfly Elite, I think. I also have to mention a minor grievance I have with the HP Dragonfly Elite. On the left side here is the power on button. So the problem with this is that when I'm holding the laptop just normally like this, it's very easy to accidentally hit this button, right? So my laptop could be on and I'm carrying it, and if I accidentally hit this button, right, it'll obviously turn off. So yeah, it's just very easy to accidentally hit. I've done that fairly often actually. I've accidentally hit this button because it's so easy to hit it when you're carrying it, and it's right beside the USB port too. So yeah, that's just one thing I wish that HP, I know this is supposed to be because, you know, they expected it to use, they expect people to use this in tablet mode, which, let's be honest, very, very few people are ever going to use these 2-in-1s in tablet mode, right? Like, how often have you used these in tablet mode? They're just too heavy. So yeah, like most people, like when we use these 360-degree convertibles, it's mostly going to be in stand mode or tent mode. Tablet mode, like, not very often, right? And I know HP was trying to like cater to people who use it in tablet mode by putting this power button on the side here, but no, just put it on the inside of the laptop, okay? Like, put it beside the keyboard like Dell does it, okay? It's very easy to accidentally hit this here. And this is also the status indicator light when you're charging it, right? Dell actually has their status indicator light right here, right on the front of the laptop, but HP has it on the side, right on the power button. So this is like a minor grievance about the Dragonfly Elite I want to mention. So that's it, guys. This is a comparison between these two laptops. The Dell Latitude 7400 2-in-1 is pretty solid. You can get it really cheap online right now, and then the HP Dragonfly Elite which I think is still a pretty nice laptop that I use day to day. Actually, it's pretty much my daily driver these days for the past year. So that's it, guys. Let me know what you guys think of these two laptops. I might also get a ThinkPad in for comparison, maybe. Maybe we'll get an X1 Yoga. No, I'm not sure. That's too many laptops for me. Anyways, let me know what you guys think, and as always, thanks for watching.